Okay, so now you're fighting this case though with Devil.
Uh-huh.
How does that go? So at one point they put these two things together and give you time served,
Well,
right?
no,
Is that how it goes?
that didn't
No.
happen like that either.
Didn't happen
See,
like that.
most people think that, okay, well, you was wrongly convicted for the original crime you went to jail for, so you basically get off on the other one. No, I sat in the hole for 10 years in solitary confinement.
10 years.
10 years in solitary confinement, fighting the death penalty.
That's rough, man. That's
God
a long
great.
time.
I mean, God
to be in
is great.
solitary confinement.
I agree. God is great. God is great. Well, you know what I'm saying? At that time, I took the time, you know what I'm saying, to read, learn the law. You know what I'm saying? I gave my attorneys hell. You know what I mean? Because, like, I mean, everybody was against me. You know what I mean? So I had to make sure that everything that they did, it was on point. You know what I'm saying? And God blessed me with some cold lawyers, you know what I'm saying? Eduardo Rivera and Christopher Plord. You know what I'm saying? My attorney, two of my attorneys are judges now in San Diego. You know what I mean? So, I mean, God did his thing, man.
So how does everything work out? How do you get the case tossed out, and how do you?
Well, what ended up happening,
end up getting out of jail?
I was fighting what's called the 4500, right? It's called assault by life inmate. And it just means that if you have life and you assault somebody, you don't even have to kill them. You can just assault them. The state can legally give you the death penalty.
Damn.
Yeah, so.
Is it still like that today?
Yes. If you have life in prison, they can give you what's called the 4500 law. It's a law in itself, and it carries a death penalty. It was enacted, I'm not sure, like in the 70s or something like that, for some crazy white boy that was killing all his cellies. But that's basically what it is. If you assault somebody, like you can spit on somebody, and they can give you the death penalty.
Damn.
So I had to have what's called a motion to strike the prior, right? So leading up to my trial, I'm saying I had to have what's called a motion to strike the prior. It lasted about 6 months, and Judge Donnelly in Imperial County, I'm saying, he ruled in my favor. He ruled that my original case was unconstitutional. Like my attorneys didn't do anything they were supposed to do. Like they had evidence, and this is crazy, bro. Look, they had a videotape of the scene of the crime, right? And the main witness, which is John Jones, on this videotape that my attorney had and the district attorney had for 17, 18 years already, he's admitting to not even being a witness. So my attorneys, they never looked at the whole, it's a surveillance camera tape. So it's like about 10 hours of tape, I guess, or whatever it is. But nobody never went back and actually just looked at the whole thing until my situation happened. And it's clear he wasn't a witness. The police knew this already. The police knew that he was the shooter. The police knew that he was the shooter that killed the victim. He was in a second-story window, right? The victim gets shot at a 40-degree downward angle. No bullet, or gunshot widened on his clothing or anything. So it wasn't a close shot. You know what I'm saying? It had to be from a distance. You know what I'm saying? And the only person that was in the second-story window is their main witness, John Jones.
So you're in solitary confinement for 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, does the first case get dropped first, or
no?
You fighting the other case? Do you get sentenced in the other case?
No. Well, what ended up happening is, like I said before, I sat in the hole, and the whole time I was in the hole for 10 years, I was basically doing motions, right? Preparing to go to trial. So one of the motions that we had was called the motion to strike the prior, right? And it's basically like a hearing where the judge the DA is explaining to the judge why he should give me the death penalty. So in this case, we had to show the judge why he should reverse my original case, being that I'm fighting the death penalty. So there's basically two trials going on right now. One to see if they can use my prior wrongful conviction against me, and one to see if I'm guilty of the murder in prison and if they're gonna give me the death penalty. I won the motion to strike the prior, which means that my original murder was no more good.
So that gets thrown out. So I bet that was a good day.
Man, was it, bro? Like, I mean, it was a long time coming. We fought for that. You know what I'm saying? My God is great, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Innocence Project, my lawyers, you know what I'm saying? My family, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was supportive, you know what I mean? Like, it was, man. But that's not the end of the story.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon. So hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.